All right, we're here, last of our live lessons in preparation for the Dumog workshop tomorrow night. So if you have not reserved your space yet, go ahead and click on the link. We will be training here in person at Maryland Jeet Kune Do and online. So if you're across the world, you're welcome to join us. If you're local, please come on by. We're going to move into the last of the responses that we're going to work as prep. We might give you a couple more tomorrow night. What you may have seen in the last lesson with John and I was that depending on where our body angles were, particularly after the pull, a pass might not have been the best energy. So we're going to add an inside jam and an outside attack or outside entry because our body at that point might be too far off center line. Okay? The way we do this, and some of you who've done Hubud before are thinking, oh, I know what's up. Great, but the way we do this is slightly different. This is influenced by our time working with Kuya Doug Marcaida. We're not going to be trapping the forearm. We're going to be immediately counterattacking. And what that's going to do when we start playing the Dumog game, when we start integrating takedowns, is it immediately allows us to start working takedowns and movements against the opponent's left arm without having to work any sort of transition. It also, if your partner or your opponent isn't prepared to protect their face, lets you smack them in the face a little bit, which is always fun. All right, so we're gonna go back, and Brad here is gonna hit me with that angle 1, okay? Now, if I have time and space, like from here, I see him pull back, then I can go outside and do whatever it is I'm gonna do after that parry. But if we're closer, or I was a little offline here, if he throws and I try to pass him, I'm probably going to end up passing him right into my face, okay? So I'm going to do an inside jam, which is just this structure here, okay? I'm not doing any sort of high block or a bounce out. I'm literally just putting my arm up and I'm moving behind it, right? You can see my shoulders are behind it. I'm not fighting this force on force. My fingers are toward his eyes. That obviously, in an application, could be me going in to hit him in the eyes, right? So we're here. There's this momentary jam. Now I need to clear this space. So this hand's going to come over, and I'm going to wipe. And you can see again, I'm here. I'm not doing this. I'm not trying to play this game where I'm just moving his hand, right? Because once again, you can see I'm standing right in front of that. And if I were to put something heavy in Brad's arm, or a knife that projects this far, this is just teaching me to get hit in the face, right? So I'm going to jam, and I want to see how that sends it back towards him, and there's my hit there. This hand, now I could go into trapping, like you might see done. I'm going to wipe, and I'm immediately going to hit him, okay? Brad's angling his shoulders, which gives me that back. If we're a little more square, I'm going right here, okay? So what this teaches Brad, it teaches me to hit. Rather than worry about this is my target, right? This is the thing that if I turn off, he stops fighting me. If I hit this, it's great. We can talk defanging the snake. But if I hit him in the face, chances are he's not going to hit me back, right? So I go here. Brad now has to put his arm up to check, right? And then I feed him. He goes inside check, raises, and goes to me. I check, right? He feeds me. Good. 1 and 2. Ba-da-ba. Right? Ba-da-ba. Ba-da-ba. Right? So you can see when we make contact here, now we're dealing with this outside arm. And that's going to give us a whole lot of options we'll talk about tomorrow night. Okay? The other thing this does, if you think about everything as timing, if I do it the traditional way, I'm getting 1, 2, 3. Now I get to hit him back. I'm going 1, 2, hit. Right away. So 1, 2, hit. 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 1, he checks. He raises, and again, right? You can see, here's my hand. His motion with his arm, with his hips, is sending this back towards me, right? I'm flat on my back foot, which is never a good thing, right? So just that has got me tilted backwards, so I need to step to adjust. and get that in there, right? One more time. Raise, trap, hit. Raise, pass, hit. Raise, pass, hit. Raise, pass, hit. Okay? Thank you very much. Once again, actually here, before we go, now he feeds me one, pass, pass, right? We're here playing this, we go here, right? So now, as I go to pull him, right? See how his arm, he's more turned towards me? If he went to pass me, he's going to be off balance, he's going to be on line for my hit. So this is where he jams, right? Okay, now he feeds me, and I can go to pass. Now we're back here, right? And now we're here, right? There we go. Okay, so we can play this game, nice, where we have to react and play and move as opposed to okay? Make it dynamic, make it playful, and then when you start integrating technique into this, you actually have a little bit of aliveness there. See you all tomorrow night for the workshop.